Hello and welcome to the Marine Channel, and today we're back at one of our favourite places at the Palma Boat Show, and it's the Sasga stand where we're going to jump on board the Menorcan 48 Flybridge. We love these boats. If you've been with our channel for a bit of time, you've probably seen one or two reviews we've done. They're just really special. I'm going to pause here because I want to just point out the amount of woodwork on this boat. It's all done in a family-owned yard on the island. They've been building boats for nearly 50 years, and the early boats were basically for fishermen and so forth. And you'll see some of that heritage brought forward into this boat. So listen, I'm going to jump aboard. Oh, a bit precarious because I'm a big man. It's a narrow pass around. And we're going to just work around a couple of other guests that have come on board. But I'll take you down here onto our high-low platform. So this is obviously where our tender will spend its time. One little neat detail, if you look here, there's a grab rail around the back, which is rather nice. So if you're swimming and this is lowered down, you've got something you can grab onto. You can also tie things off, water toys and bits and pieces there as well. And this platform will actually go below seawater. So this will go about 35 centimetres below water level. So you can literally sort of sit on it in the water and dangle your feet. We've got our deck shower, we've got our power, and then down here, just see there, that's our ladder as well. Access both sides here. You can see we've got these gates. And once again, I'll say it, everything you see that looks like wood is wood. And little details like this, so that when your ropes, your lines are on here, it's not gonna wear on your wood and bits and pieces. You kind of get that feeling that 50 years or close to 50 years of boat building has all been brought to bear. We've got covers that run all the way around here as well, so you can enclose this area, and then you can look up there and look at all that beautiful woodwork. Absolutely gorgeous. So a couple little bits worth pointing out here. So under here is a big lazarette, self-draining, and then our engines are down here. There's two ways to access them. If it's just for a quick look, then you can pop down there on the ladder. But if you're going to do a bit more, if you like, serious work, then this table lifts up, and through the magic of television, I'm going to show you how this whole area lifts up and gives us astonishing access. So this has got Volvo Penta D6 480s, twin. That gives this boat top speed around 22 knots, cruise around 16-18. You can see back here your generator, lots and lots of space, good room. You can actually have a seakeeper as well. The seakeeper goes in where the jenny is at the moment, and the jenny is moved longitudinal on the port side. But it's a really nice clean installation, and you can see there, that's the back of the lazarette. Really good access to all your daily checks, yeah. Raw water filters and filters for your engines and so forth. Very nice. Okay, so there we go. Put our table back in place. Let me take you up the bow. So we've got some other guests on board. I'll just show you this area because it's quiet. Little access gate here, nice and simple. Nice big generous walkways, and then here we are on the bow area. And what's really lovely is you've got this permanent sort of dining, lounging, chill out zone with a decent table, in addition to your sun pads. Because quite often these sun pads double up as seats, so you can sort of, you sort of end up sitting on the edge here and the table's here, and I don't know, the two kind of end up being blended together. Nothing wrong with that, but I really like the fact that here you've got this dedicated sun pad area, and you've also got this dedicated seating area. Now, one of the things that is a nod to the heritage on this boat is up the front here. So we've got this massive wood, real wood sort of stanchion, and this goes back to the days when they were building fishing boats. This is where you throw a line on. This is where you tie off a net. This was, you know, this was very much a functional, usable feature of all the boats that they built. And actually, if I just pan around here, you can just about see we're next to a couple of other boats. There you go, same thing on that one, and then just behind that, same thing on that one. So when you see that, it's called the naz, which in Spanish means, or in English means nose. So it's the nose of the boat. The other thing is all your anchor handling gear exposed deliberately. Again, that's a feature that they've always had on their boats. You know, these are very purposeful boats. They're designed to you know, go through the weather. They're not just a sunny day boat. So that sort of harks back to the almost kind of commercial underpinnings of their early boats, and I think it's a lovely, lovely feature. And other little neat things, so we've got our fender basket there as well. Lots of grab rails around the place as we move down the side. Massive cleats, and again all this beautiful woodwork. So this actually won the sub 50 foot Flybridge award at Düsseldorf Boat Show this year. We were out there filming. I didn't get a chance to jump on board, but this won the prize. I'll take you up on the Flybridge, but just to sort of give you a sense of how this one's laid out, you've got two saloon choices here. You can have, as the case with this one, where you've got sofas, if you like, on both sides. Makes it very, very sociable and nice. Quite a large fridge there. Or you can have the galley, which is downstairs on this one, over on this side here. And what that does is that then creates more space below, and you actually end up with a VIP with its own ensuite. But we'll move down below in a minute. Let's go upstairs to the Flybridge. And again, up these lovely teak stairs. And this is our Flybridge area. So it's a generous Flybridge. So you've got seating there, I'd say probably for 6 or 8, because what you can do at the moment, this seat is set up for the helm, but it's one of those sort of flippy floppy backs. So if I flip it like that, that becomes additional seating. And then after that, you've got this sun pad area. Again, very nice. Nice big solid handrails, and then this big hunk of wood. Again, going back to the heritage, and you'll see that on the other Sasga boats. There's a kitchen area here on the port side. Again, all this beautiful wood. Lift that one up. We've got a sink, we've got decent food prep area here, and then we've got our grill, and then underneath here, of course, we've got some more refrigeration, built-in cutlery drawer, etc, etc. And you might notice as well that we've got this bimini top on this one, which is rather nice. The sun's gone in for 5 minutes down here, so it's not so hot, but it was burning earlier. Have I mentioned prices? Probably not. Price on this one is about just short of €1,000,000 plus tax, but they tend to go out at about 1.2, 1.3 depending on spec. I'm just pausing here because I just want to show you the engineering on this hatch. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 catches. We've also got a handle there, so as you go down the staircase, we've got 3 gas struts. Just look at other boats, compare, and you'll see where they make economies and where Sasga, if you like, over-engineer. Even on this staircase coming down, we've got a high handrail and we've got a low handrail as well. Makes you feel very secure, and if you're a small person, that's the handrail you'd grab. So we'll move into the saloon. And one of the other things you notice on these boats is the smell of real wood. It's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Helm position here, look at this wheel. How nice is that? multifunction screen. We've also got some traditional kind of analog dials there, which I think is nice, fits in with the heritage. And then we've got blinds here that will go around and curtains for the side. But big glazed area, opening window there for a bit of fresh air as well. And everything's very generous, so even our access downstairs, the staircase is a little bit wider than you'd expect to find on a boat of this size. So as I said before, this is configured with the galley down, and it's a good sized galley. There's a big sort of domestic size fridge there, your sink, your Bosch hob with 3 burners, and then you've got this sort of almost atrium design. You can see here this sort of big cutaway means it's very, very open, very, very light. You've got your switchgear panel up here, so everything's nice and accessible. And then we've got 3 bedrooms, so this is our twin. I would describe them as probably oversized singles. Loads and loads of headroom here. So I'm nearly 6 foot. I've got a good foot or so of headroom above me. You can see out the glazing there, opening porthole as well, and then a little bit of storage, somewhere to chuck your bags when you get on board. Probably put a cushion in there as well, make that into a seat if you wanted. So that's our starboard side, and then if we swing around here, we've got a mirror image with again twin beds, and again this nice big sort of dumping area or seating area if you wanted to. And it does feel really, really wide. I don't know if that's coming across on camera, because sometimes the camera kind of distorts things a little bit. Bit of storage in there, but this feels really, well, generous and wide. So here is our day heads, but it doubles up as the bathroom as well for those 2 doubles, those 2 twin beds. So we've got a sink, got a loo, and we've got a proper glazed shower stall as well. Good size, good headroom. And then we'll move forward and I'll show you the master. There we go. And again, look at the use of the wood. Absolutely incredible. Everything you touch is real wood. I'm not sure, I want to say this is limed oak, but I might be wrong. But we'll put a link in our description below so you can go and visit the website and find out a little bit more. This is our master heads. Good size, loads of headroom, big mirrors, really good size shower. Everything you could want really for extended cruising. And I'll just show you this as well, because this is kind of neat. Just underneath the staircase here, if we lift it up, there is a space for a washing machine. Okay, so we've got lots of boat show paraphernalia. You can see the plumbing on the right hand side already there for a washing machine to go in. But when I looked at this earlier, I was just massively impressed by the quality of the woodwork here. So this is a staircase effectively. Probably don't need that one in there. These are probably enough to keep those steps, but they're put in. It's over-engineered in every sense and in a really positive way, which is why you need a couple of gas struts, because this staircase is not light. But my goodness, it feels secure. There you go. And then again, you can see all the detailing around the bottom there, where it's finished off. Lovely. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If this is the first time that you've taken a tour with me on one of these Sasga Menorquins, search out the others, because they have this kind of universal feel that's common across the boats regardless of the hull size, that just makes it feel like a beautifully engineered and thoughtfully designed boat. Anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please share, please comment, please do all of that good stuff. And then if you do subscribe, click alerts and we'll let you know every time we do a review and we post it up. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you on the next time. And yeah, see you soon.